strong monster.
The monster. He's a mean son of a bitch.
A fearsome flurry, and he's done it. He's got him with a left for the first time in
Naoya Inoue is a true anomaly in the world of boxing because even with a fragile body, he destroys opponents with power that even heavyweight kings would envy. Over his outstanding career, he has conquered 4 divisions and become an unshakable king, earning the nickname The Monster. And now we're going to dive into the chronological rise of Naoya Inoue from his first timid punch to the status of undisputed champion. This is Boxing Land. Here we go. Naoya Inoue was born in 1993 in the land of the rising sun. Little Inoue was brought into the world of boxing by his father, a former professional whose heart still burned for the victories he never achieved. He put everything he knew into Naoya's small fists, and even more, hoping his son would reach the peaks that had remained unconquered for him. The amateur ring quickly became too small for Inoue, because there, he was like a tiger locked in a kitten's enclosure. And in 2012, under the guidance of his father, Naoya decided to enter the professional stage. After turning pro, the 19-year-old Japanese stormed through the rankings without slowing down, turning his opponents' skulls into steps on his staircase to glory. It took Inoue just 5 fights in professional ring before he was already standing on the doorstep of a title bout for the WBC belt, where Mexican champion Adrian Hernandez was waiting for him. But as soon as the fight began, Hernandez's crown immediately started to wobble, since Inoue took complete control of the fight. From there, the Japanese monster's precise work turned the fearsome champion into a live punching bag. And in the end, Inoue let his monster out, raining a merciless barrage of punches down on Adrian. The champion had no choice but to bend the knee before the new king. With this victory, Inoue didn't just capture the belt, he announced to the entire world that a new ruler had arrived in boxing. But one piece of gold wasn't enough to satisfy the monster's appetite. And Naoya went for new scalps in a heavier division. And in December 2014, the Japanese Reaper was immediately given a title fight for the WBO belt. While the world was preparing for Christmas, Naoya Inoue was preparing a real massacre, and Argentine legend Omar Narvaez. But the moment the fighters met in the center, Inoue turned into a live rocket launcher and started a full-on bombardment. And then the Japanese phenomenon didn't drag out the Christmas show, and in the second round, he switched off the lights in Narvaez's eyes. And became the owner of yet another belt. Soon after, driven by a promise made to his father, Inoue decided to conquer the most prestigious title in the world of boxing. his gaze fell on the World Boxing Super Series. There, he found himself in the company of top-tier predators, where everyone dreamed of world domination, and the main prize of this gladiatorial tournament was the Muhammad Ali Trophy. The quarterfinal draw paired Inoue with Dominican boxer Juan Carlos Payano. He was a former WBA and WBO world champion. From the very start, Payano deployed his full arsenal of skills, but only managed to amuse Inoue. So Naoya decided to end the fight quickly, turning Payano into a museum exhibit with his fists. Next up in the semifinal, a boss of another caliber was waiting for Inoue. Emmanuel Rodriguez was the embodiment of boxing's elite. Unbeaten, bold, and incredibly powerful. And his record of 19-0 with 11 knockouts spoke for itself. But for Inoue, this fight stopped being just another stage of the Super Series, when Rodriguez's coach allowed himself to show outrageous disrespect toward his father. And the day of reckoning came, and Inoue was burning with the desire for revenge, so he decided not to let his emotions win, but to let his fists do the work. The moment the fight began, Inoue's rage, born from the insults directed at his father, turned into ice-cold precision.
From Inoue, this is a fearsome flurry, and he's down. He's got him with a left for the first time in his career. Rodriguez in the second.
Because then, the thunderous duet of his rifles instantly put Rodriguez down.
He's ready to go again, is Rodriguez. Here comes Inoue. Oh, he's got it. Get your gloves on. This is unbelievable from Inoue. Third time he's gone down. Rolled over. Rocked to the core. Another count. It's over.
In the end, Inoue won and took from Rodriguez not only the IBF belt, but also the precious 0 in the loss column. After reaching the final, Inoue was one step away from winning the Super Series. But in the final, a real titan was waiting for him in the form of Nonito Donaire. This Filipino architect of pain had been crushing divisions for decades. And even in the Super Series had finished both of his fights early.
To be able to evade. Throws of a sublime career. In many ways, the man off.
In resilience and skill at a critical moment, Naoya snatched victory by unanimous decision. Inoue won the World Boxing Super Series and fulfilled his father's greatest dream, becoming the best boxer in the world, once again proving that, for now, he has no equal. After the successful Super Series, Inoue's fellow countryman Kohei Kono appeared on the horizon. He was a former WBA world champion and the perfect candidate for the role of the man who would finally make Inoue taste the bitterness of defeat. The moment the bell rang, the veteran immediately began showing the young genius the real old-school spirit. However, Inoue's talent proved stronger, and he started hitting the pensioner harder than the cost of medical care. But the veteran wasn't going to become just a line in the record. So he began to pick apart Inoue's defense, doing serious damage to his face and stripping him of his aura of invincibility. But the monster lived up to his nickname and, with super speed service, booked the veteran a ticket to the retirement home. However, Naoya's celebration was cut short because Kono, in some unbelievable way, managed to get up. But Inoue decided not to leave it to chance, and putting everything into one punch, he sent Kono into shadow reality. Ultimately, he delivered one of the most beautiful knockouts of his career. After making 4 more consecutive defenses, Inoue went for new gold. Inoue's next opponent was WBA title holder, Englishman Jamie McDonnell, who clearly overestimated his abilities.
I'm gonna smash him. I know I am, you know.
But the monster chose not to drag the fight out, and in the very first round, he made the belt holder taste the canvas. Then the monster switched to full power and, like a true Terminator, destroyed his enemy, forcing the referee to act as a guardian angel. In the end, Inoue captured the WBA title, adding along the way yet another top-level scalp to his golden collection. Over the past 14 years, the Japanese Reaper has turned the lighter weight divisions into his personal hunting grounds. His victorious crusade through the souls of the world's best boxers shows no mercy, and it seems the monster is not planning to hang up his gloves until every trophy in this world is in his collection.
Here, Inoue has him ready to go to the body. Yup, there it is.
And this was Boxing Land. See you soon.